All right, I shall open the closing ceremony. My dear colleagues, we reached the end of this conference. I just hope that you have had a good time and you thoroughly enjoyed this conference, IUS 2014 with Jessica. Thank you for being with us all until the end. I'd first like to invite Professor Yasumasa Sekine, who became new president of JASCA today at the JASCA General Assembly. I'd like to invite Professor Sekine.
Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to and honored to be here today speaking on the behalf of the Japanese Society of Cultural Anthropology. First of all, I would like to express my heartfelt congratulations to you for the great success of 4 fruitful days of joint conferences. I feel this success can be credited to be the sincere contributions from every participant. To begin my appreciation, I would like to express my gratitude to the International Union of Anthropological and Ethnological Studies for their special understanding and support in holding the joint conference together with the 50th anniversary of JASCA. This Memorial International Conference has provided many JASCA members an invaluable opportunity to participate in the conference. Second, my sincere appreciation goes to all the cooperative organizations, international and domestic, and a special thanks to all delegates of those organizations. Without their collaborations and cooperation, this international conference aiming at plural anthropologies could not have been achieved. So, third, we have to say with our deepest appreciation that we have been supported by strong sponsorship from Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan, and Science Council of Japan, and have received financial support from Chiba Prefecture and Chiba City, the Uena Graham Foundation, the Shibusawa Foundation for Ethnological Research, the Risona Foundation for Asia and Oceania, and the Murata Science Foundation. It also should be noted that JASCA has received donations from many organizations and individuals. Fourth, I would like to send our deep appreciation to the staff of the Division of Humanity and Intercultural Studies at Tokyo Metropolitan University, the 25th term board members of JASCA, and all the staffs on the 50th anniversary event organizing committee from JASCA, and other related organizations for their sincere and long-enduring efforts. Of course, special thanks with respect go to Professor and the former President of JASCA, Junji Koizumi, for his full dedication. Finally, I would like to share a few remarks about this conference. I really feel we are a part of globalization. Many interesting papers dealing with various topics and regions have been presented to us. Overall, I was very impressed by the fact that most topics more or less reflect the issues of globalization, neoliberalization, and migration as their common denominators. This means that anthropology is always interpreted by the era. The contents of internationalization have changed from era to era. Today, multiple anthropologies are being actively pursued. However, we know it is not an easy task, since there are still a number of problems to overcome. However, there is no doubt that we have to continue to proceed in that direction. One roundtable session provided a useful discussion on how JASCA can tackle the subject of its own internationalization in terms of transmission of information, though it might be only one example among various discussions produced by many panels on future in with anthropology. I strongly believe that new foundation for working on this issue and future challenges was laid at this memorable convention held in the Makuhari of Chiba. So once again, I show my appreciation to everyone for your participation and contribution. I do hope that our relationship will continue to deepen and develop in the future. I look forward to seeing you again and soon at the next occasion. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Professor Sekine. Now, I'd like to ask Professor Makoto Ito, Chair of the Organizing Committee of the JASCA 48th Annual Meeting, which was held together with our 50th Anniversary Conference. Professor Ito, please.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to be here on behalf of the Organizing Committee of JASCA to express my greatest gratitude to all the participants in this conference. This time, we had around 1,120 anthropologists attended, of which 850 were for IUAAS, while 270 for JASCA. In retrospect, the IUAAS conference had been held 3 times in Japan. The first time, the 8th conference, was held in 1968, chaired by late Masao Oka, then the Professor Emeritus of Tokyo Metropolitan University, who was also the president of the IUAAS at that time. According to newspaper reports, the opening ceremony was held at National Theatre in Miyake-zaka, Tokyo. About 1,000 people attended from over 50 countries, and 515 papers were presented in 2 venues in Tokyo and Kyoto. At that time, there were only 3 universities which had the anthropological department of graduate level in Japan. Therefore, the number of students was very limited. In spite of the situation, it is amazing that the IUAAS conference then concluded with success. The conference had major repercussions. In the 1970s, the education of anthropology in Japan began to develop, and the number of students increased outstandingly. So it can be said that the conference had a great impact not only for the anthropology as a discipline, but also for younger students who are making decisions what to major in. And today, we see the second generation of those who were educated in the 70s has become active supporters of Japanese anthropology. As is shown in the case of the IUAS 1968 conference, holding a large-scale conference, international or national, has possibly a great impact for our future of anthropology in general. As the theme of this conference, the future of anthropology suggests it can provide a new perspective for our ways of thinking. I believe that the object will almost be attained. Finally, there are a lot of volunteers supported us and led this conference to success. Most of them are young students majoring in anthropology, who will probably be responsible for anthropology in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big applause to them. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ito. Now, I'd like to invite Professor Kenichi Sudo, Chair of the Organizing Committee of the JASCA 49th Annual Meeting next year, Director General of the National Museum of Ethnology, and also past President of JASCA.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Director General of the National Museum of Ethnology, or MINPAC. My name is Kenichi Sudo. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much for joining us here at Makuhari Messe for the Congress and the 48th annual meeting of JASCA. For our museum, it has been a great honor to host the International Congress as a cooperative organization. I hope the keynote speeches and the sessions were exciting and challenging. Have you seen the special exhibition of our museum, The Power of Images? It can still be seen at the National Art Center, Roppongi, Tokyo. I hope that all participants have enjoyed the Congress. If you have time, please visit our museum little bit far in Osaka. MINPAC was established in 1974 as a national research institute. The museum is supported by Japan's government higher education and research policy. We organize many kinds of research and hold around 20 international symposia every year. These help to expand the boundaries of research by bringing more than 1,000 researchers to our museum each year from Japan and other countries. Our staff conduct fieldwork in many regions of the world, and the museum now holds 340,000 objects and 70,000 audio-visual and documentary records. These are cultural resources that belong to the world. Now we are developing a new InfoForum museum project for cultural resources. The InfoForum museum will include multilingual and interactive digital archives. These are under continuous development. We support international collaborative research involving source communities and local or regional museums. Finally, as a liaison office of IUAES in Japan, MINPAC will continue to encourage and support collaboration between the International Union of Anthropological and Ethnological Sciences and the Japanese Society of Cultural Anthropology, and also the Council, World Council of Anthropological Associations. The 49th annual meeting of JASCA will be organized by our museum in May 2015. See you again in Osaka then. Thank you very much indeed.
Now, we'd like to have the hosts or organizers of next Intercongress, which is going to be held in Bangkok, Thailand, from July 15th through 18th next year. The Professor Jakrit Sangamani of Chulalongkorn University is going to make a brief presentation or introduction on behalf of the Dean Anderson Uno, organizer of this Intercongress.
Thank you very much, Professor Junji Koizumi. My name is Jakrit Sangkamani from Chulalongkorn University in Bangkok. On behalf of the organizing committee from Thailand, we would like to, first of all, congratulate the IUAS and JASCA for your success in hosting and organizing this year's conference. And on behalf of the Thai organizing committee, we would like to also invite you to our next year IUAS Intercongress, which will be held in Thammasat University in Bangkok, right next to the river, during July 15 to 18, 2015. And the next year conference, the theme for the next year conference will be Reimagining Sociological and Anthropological Boundaries. So I would like to welcome and hope to see you all again in Bangkok next year. Thank you.
After the Intercongress next year, we are going to have the Intercongress 2016 in Dubrovnik, Croatia. The date will be April 20th till 25th in that year. Now I'd like to invite the organizer, Sasha Misoni of the Institute for Anthropological Research in Zagreb.
Dear friends, dear colleague, I'm really privileged and honored to announce you the conference, EYS Conference, World Conference in Dubrovnik 2016, organized by two countries, Slovenia and Croatia. But while I will talk a little bit, I will just put you a beautiful picture of Dubrovnik. First, let me thanks and congratulate to Juni and the whole organizing committee for so marvelous organizing this conference. It was really fantastic, and thank you very much. Then allowed me to greet a person who is today with us, the most important person in Croatian anthropology, the president of Croatian Anthropological Society, General Secretary of Croatian Academy of Science and Arts, and the president of Next Conference, academician Pavao Rudan. Not to be long, I will also thank my friend Rajko Muršić, who gives actually this initiative, and will give him 2 words to say. Please, Rajko.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sasha. It was not planned, to be honest. So I would like to say that we are experimenting 3 different things. We will organize Intercongress by 2 countries, neighboring countries, Slovenia and Croatia, although it will be organized in Croatia. This time, the second important issue is that it will be organized by 2 different institutions, one for social cultural anthropology, another one more for biological general anthropology, which I find extremely important. And the third one is, I represent the youngest association of social and cultural anthropologists in Slovenia, which is still mostly student-based association, and I hope many younger colleagues will attend.
At the end, we are very happy, we will be very happy to host you, and welcome to Dubrovnik.
All right, after Intercongress in Dubrovnik, we're going to have, surely we are going to have Intercongress in 2017, and now we are discussing about the host and the location. But after that, in 2018, we are going to have a World Congress, not Intercongress, of the IUAS. The host is Brazil, and the organizer is Miriam Pilar Grossi of the University of Santa Catarina, one of the members, executive members of the IUAS. Miriam?
I want to thank you, Junji, and all the Japanese colleagues from this wonderful meeting that you have here in Chiba, in Japan, and to invite all of you to come to Florianopolis in 2018 to the World Conference. Thank you.
All right. Now, I'd like to invite Professor Gustavo Lins Ribeiro of the University of Brasilia. He's, as you see, one of the executive members of IUAS, and also he's the founder of the WCAA, the World Council of Anthropological Associations. So I'd like to invite Professor Ribeiro to give a final address.
Thank you. Dear Japanese colleagues and dear colleagues from all parts of the world, my dear friend and colleague Junji Koizumi, President of the Japanese, former President, I heard, of the Japanese Society of Cultural Anthropology, and Secretary General of the International Union of Anthropological and Ethnological Sciences. The only way to start is by saying arigato. Thank you so much to you, Professor Koizumi, the organizing committee, and to all the colleagues, students, and staff who made this joint IUAS-JASCA meeting possible. I'm sure that every one of us will go back home with the most heartfelt feeling that the Japanese hospitality excels in its combination of kindness, efficiency, gentleness, and courtesy. The fascination with your country and people only increases as the days pass by. Nippon is not only the land of the rising sun, it's also the land of the rising friendship and sympathy. Number 4 seems to be an auspicious number for anthropology. In 1964, the Japanese Society of Cultural Anthropology was founded. So we are celebrating here in Chiba its 50th anniversary. In 1934, the International Union of Anthropological and Ethnological Sciences was founded in London. This year is the union's 80th anniversary. In 2004, the World Council of Anthropological Associations was founded in Recife, Brazil. We celebrated its 10th anniversary in this Congress, and another celebration will take place later this year in Taiwan. What do these associations have in common besides the number 4? They have depended on the arduous work of generations of leaders who dedicated their energy on behalf of the anthropological community. This is no small deed. We all know how scholars are busy doing research, publishing, teaching, and managing their institutions. Finding time to dedicate to common goals and to the enhancement of the profession, public identity, and face often means a heavy extra load of work. We are here gathered to close another great and well-organized international congress and to celebrate JASCA's anniversary. This is the perfect opportunity to commend and thank all the colleagues who have made the existence of these associations possible. A simple way of recognizing our colleagues' efforts is, I think, to pay homage to Professor Junji Koizumi for his fundamental involvement with the 3 associations I just mentioned, JASCA, IUAS, and the WCAA. We need more Koizumis in our communities. Please, please, young colleagues, follow his example. And you already did it. Let's applaud him for the tremendous amount of voluntary work he has put in these collective endeavors. Another common characteristic of these associations, and for that matter, of all anthropological associations, relates directly to the theme of this Congress. Without anthropological associations, there will be no future of anthropologies. They are crucial for the organization and reproduction of our discipline. There is a conservative turn in the world today, and the social sciences and humanities are the first one to suffer cutbacks. In these junctures, governments start to think they are either perfunctory or too critical disciplines. Nobody will speak on our behalf if we are not organized on the national and international levels to defend our legitimate interests and to show the world the importance of anthropology. This is a claim to ask all of you to support your organizations. In order for anthropology to have a future, we need to have strong and active organizations on the national and global levels. Finally, in the globalized world, the future of anthropology will also depend on the understanding of the multiplicity of our academic, theoretical, methodological, institutional, and political issues. This is why the strategic roles of organizations such as the IUAS and the WCAA will only grow in importance. I will finish as I started, praising our Japanese colleagues for this wonderful opportunity to be here in your country and to participate in such exciting and enriching academic exchange. I wish JASCA, the IUAS, and the WCAA other 50 years of prosperity with many new generations of leaders guaranteeing a future with and of anthropology. Muito obrigado. Thank you. Arigato.
Now, just a word or words of gratitude. Some of you have already been thanked, but I'd like to thank all the people who collaborated for the materialization of this conference. This conference has been a success, I think. As already Professor Ito Makoto explained, we had a lot of participants. The most recent count is about 900 paid participants for the international part, and close to 300 for the domestic part of this country. One remarkable thing is that a lot of countries participated. We counted 62 as subscribed, participants. But we don't know how many of them could not come because of visa problem, emergency, and so on. But a lot of people gathered from all over the world. First, we must thank international organizations, the Executive Committee of IUAS, and the Organizing Committee of WCAA, and all the presidents, past presidents, president-elects of formerly cooperating associations, and all many other presidents and representatives of associations who gathered here. Then we must thank domestic associations, organizations, and governments. All the outgoing members of JASCA Executive Board who have just finished their job, and all the incoming members of JASCA Executive Board who have just taken over the job. All the members of the organizing committee of JASCA 50th Anniversary Event Organizing Committee. Tokyo Metropolitan University in charge of the JASCA annual meeting, which has been held together here. Chiba Prefecture and Chiba City, who financially supported us. All grant agencies who supported us. They are Shibusawa Foundation for Ethnological Research, the Wenner-Gren Foundation, the Risona Foundation for Asia and Oceania, the Murata Science Foundation, and we thank all those individuals and organizations who gave us generous donations. We must specifically thank National Museum of Ethnology, Minpaku. Also, Japan National Tourism Organization, JENTO. Then we must thank for the sponsorship provided by MEXT, Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology, MOFA, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan, SCJ, Science Council of Japan, Chiba Prefecture, Chiba City, and CCB, Chiba Convention Bureau. We are very, very grateful to all these organizations and individuals. Finally, let us thank staff members, Ms. Nakano and Ms. Yukawa of JASCA Secretariat, Trine, Megan, and James of the Nomad IT, Takahashi-san. Takahashi-san and the staff of ICS Convention Design. Suzuki-san and the staff of Chiba Mice. And all the students of Tokyo Metropolitan University, Chiba University, and the Kango University of International Studies, and all the volunteers who worked for this conference. Thank you very much all. Without the support of everybody, this conference was not possible. Thank you very, very much. Now, we have reached the real end of IUS 2014 with JASCA. We must say goodbye. I now declare IUS 2014 with JASCA adjourned. Thank you very much for being here till the end. We'd like to have some photo sessions, so please come to the stage, and those who... Yes.